Hello, folks. Welcome to today's football predictions on Betcross. Another very beautiful Tuesday morning, a Champions League Tuesday. Okay, and we're back with our predictions as usual. All right, and we saw how we fared yesterday in our predictions. Football predictions we made yesterday were actually quite on point. We won every single game we had here yesterday. So kudos to those of us who took part in that very game, and hopefully today we are going to do very well despite the fact that it is Champions League and it is quite tricky anyway. All right. With that said, we also note that we have our VIP membership. Do endeavor to join. You can always find the link to the this in the description of this very video. To join our VIP special. We'll put out more games. Okay, aside these ones we have here. Right. Do endeavor to join as well as support us so that we can keep during days. All right. With that said, we head to the business of today, and today is a Champions League Tuesday. We have the first game. Villarreal will be up against Manchester City. We start looking at the stats for these two sides. You can see Villarreal in the last six games have resulted to three wins for them. And two draws. They've also lost one. Villarreal is a team in good form at the moment. If we could see Manchester City, on the other hand, also having a, four wins in the last six games and two draws. Also, they've not done badly. All right, when you take a look at how the sides fare from home and away basis, you can see that the Villarreal, the home side, have actually had seven wins and two draws, only one loss in the last 13 home matches. Okay, and the away side, Manchester City, on the other hand, have had five wins and three draws. Also, they had two losses in the last 10 away games that they had so far. All right, the last time they met was actually far back in 2001, 2011 rather, and it was Manchester City who won on that very occasion by three goals to nil from away. But here, judging by the form of these very sides, we'll also look at recent how the goals have come out in these very games for Villarreal and Man City. You see that Villarreal have actually in the last 10 home matches have resulted to over 2.5 goals seven times out of the last 10 home games for Villarreal. That has been a regular occurring this season. Most of the matches produce a lot of goals. So we are going to go with the goals to occur in this very encounter. Okay. Rather, we are going to expect goals as well, but I actually prefer the away side, Manchester City, to win against Villarreal. Okay, so it's going to be away side, win or draw, and over 1.5. That's our value for that very game. So the next match for today is also the Champions League game. We have a PSV Eindhoven who will be up against Napoli of Italy. So we'll look at the stats for these two sides. You can see PSV the last six matches, winning three games and drawing two. They also lost one game, and they always said Napoli on the other hand have won three games out of the last six matches. They also lost three games out of those, and when we look at how these two sides fared from home and away perspective, you can see for PSV, the home side, they had seven wins and one draw, as well as two losses in the last 10 home games that they had from home. This is a quite a very good side, especially when they're playing from home. But the away side, Napoli, on the other hand, had four wins and three draws, and they also lost three games in the last 13 away matches. Okay, the last time both teams met was actually in 2012, and it was a 3-1 victory for PSV against Napoli on that very occasion. So, in this very one, we are going with the goals. In this very encounter, having seen that PSV, the home side, the last 10 home matches that they had produced over 2.5 on several occasions. As a matter of fact, it's actually nine times out of 10. That's to say 90% of the time, they always have a score line that is quite having a lot of goals. So here we go with the three goals at least to appear in this very encounter. So it is an over 2.5. That's our verdict for that very encounter. All right, and the next game for today is still in the Champions League. We'll have, Copenhagen will be facing Borussia Dortmund. All right, and Copenhagen, the last six have had two wins and two draws, as well as two losses. And the away side, on the other hand, Borussia Dortmund had three victories and two draws, as well as one loss in the last six games. and down to how these two sides fare from home and away perspective. Because we'll start with the home side, Copenhagen. The last 10 home games they had saw them winning five and drawing four out of the last 10 home matches. They also lost one, and Borussia Dortmund on the other hand, away side, had six victories and three draws from the last 10 away games. They also lost one, you know, and they are quite a very good side. We all know how Dortmund have actually been. The German side have been quite good, even though Copenhagen is quite capable of upset, you know. But we are going to expect Dortmund to not lose in this very encounter. So we are going also we're going to see goals, and we're going to have to, you know, expect. Although the last meeting between two sides was a one-all draw, that was in 2022, but here we're going to have the away side Borussia Dortmund either winning or drawing and over 1.5 once again. So it is x2 and over 1.5. That is away to win or draw and over 1.5. That's our verdict for that very encounter. All right. Lastly, the Champions League. We have a game between FC Barcelona and Olympiacos Peru. All right. We know Barcelona a very good side. Four wins out of six games that they had. They also lost two. And for Olympiacos, we have three wins and a draw, as well as two losses in the last six games. Okay, and when you take a look at the performances from home and away bases as usual, we could see for Barcelona 7 wins and a draw. They also had two losses out of the last 10 home matches. We saw Olympiacos on the other hand having 5 wins and a draw, as well as 4 losses in the last 10 away games. All right, and you know we know that Barcelona is actually a very, very strong side when compared to their away side in this very situation. We saw them doing very well, even though we have lots of injury, uh, you know, eh, to the players of Barcelona at the moment. Still, we are going to expect them, because we know that Barcelona have, much more better quality against, Olympiacos side. So we are going with the home side, FC Barcelona, to take the day in this very encounter and win our track league. That will be our position for this very one. So our verdict is home side to win. All right, that's our verdict for that very encounter. And that will conclude it for us today on Betcraft. We wish you the very, very best of luck and hope your ticket goes green. Also remember to play responsibly, as these are football matches. Sometimes, some other factors might come in and thereby, distorting the expectations, and, stuff like red card and the rest of them also have a way of influencing the game. So do play responsibly, play with what you can afford to lose. It's better to be treated as fun. Okay. All right. With that said, also remember to join our VIP channel. Once again, if you do for a little token, you will be supporting us, to continue doing this. All right. That would be very much appreciated. Thank you once again for yesterday, and hopefully we're going to have a very good day today. So tomorrow is another day. We'll be back. But until that time, keep winning.